I feel like looking for the lesson is worse for me because I start critiquing myself too hard. The last episodes I've had, they've been dark moments. I have called it, "Hello, darkness, we're old friend."
Yes.
I'm glad to see you again. I mean, literally, I have sung that to myself in a bathtub. And why I think I've done that is I've learned to say, I'm going to become friendly with even my dark moments. I'm not going to shoo them away. Yeah. I'm not going to make them bad. I'm not going to think I have to learn a lesson or I did something wrong or I should grow from it. Maybe, just maybe, this is just a dark moment. Maybe, just maybe, this is nighttime. Maybe, just maybe, this is hard winter. I've also thought that sometimes it's a privilege to be a victim. Now, I'm not saying a victim that I created, because nobody needs to be a victim. I tell my children, friends, anybody I can talk to be a victim is the weakest character you can play, because you have no ability to make a change or choice. So you never want to be a victim. Okay. However, sometimes life happens, and it had nothing to do with what you were doing.
True. Very true.
I think about that gorilla that was shot, okay? Think about this. There is a parking lot. There is a gate to get into the zoo, right? It's locked. Yeah. You get in. You have to walk. Yep. Then there's a moat. Then there's another cage, right? This monkey, this gorilla, is minding its own damn business. It hasn't done shit, and that thing still got shot. Yeah. What lesson could he have learned from that? What better thing could he have done? How could he have improved upon that? Sometimes that happens to you.
That's true. Yeah.
And you just have to say, this is a moment. This is a season. This is a hard moment. I don't need to rush it. I might just need to lay in bed and watch Netflix for 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. Maybe I need to eat some bonbons and, until I can move to the next step.
Yeah. Sometimes you just say, this shit sucks. I've learned that.
Yes.
Instead of trying to make a story out of it, or instead of trying to explain it or rationalize it, I am learning now to look at difficult situations and say, you know what? It just sucks.
It just sucks. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything I did wrong. It's not some misstep I made. It's not I fucked up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It just is what it is. This is a season. This is a dark season. Because here's the thing. They always go away.
Yes, they do.
They do. They always go away. Even when I think they're not, they always do. Every single time. They go away. A happy moment comes in. A new season comes in. Joy is back. True. Light is back.
Yes.
And then around the corner, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes.
It's just season upon season upon season.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Okay, so we've talked about when we have had a season thrown upon us. What about when you know the season needs to change? You know the season needs to change, okay? But you are too scared to do it.
Yes, I've had those moments too. And have completely fucked myself because I did not do what I knew I should have done.
Why didn't you?
For me, it was, for me, it was fear of losing someone that I liked. So I was willing, because I'm like, in my mind, man, I'm enjoying 45% of this. This is great. And then, maybe something happens and the person says, if this is not done, then I won't be here anymore. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll give in. I'll change because of the fear of that person. I like fun. I like enjoyment. So for the fear of losing that, I would pretty much surrender to things I should never surrender to.
So you wouldn't change it because you feared if you did change it, you would lose the little bit of good that you did have?
Correct.
So you would rather sacrifice having a snack instead of the possibility of getting a full meal.
Correct. That's where I was. I like the full meal now, but the thing that it was the possibility part.
What if it didn't happen?
Correct. It was the what if. What if I'm not going to find someone else that I'm enjoying like this? Or what if I don't?
Oh, yeah.
So for me, it wasn't things. It was just really in people.
Uh-huh. Oh, just people.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there. I mean, I'm there right now. I'm scared to death. It's time for a change. I know it's time for a change. Not with a person.
Right.
Thank God. I'm happily married and good with all my friends. But I've been doing the same career for almost 26 years, it seems like.
That's a long time.
Yes. I mean, not full time. Full time, the same career for 17 years.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah.
And I love the career I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I love how I serve.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop doing the career per se or how I serve, but I do want to do it differently than the way I'm doing it. But I'm scared to death to make the change, which is hilarious because I know it's a new season. And I know this is the part that I'm most scared is that I have to turn the calendar. I have to turn the page. I don't know why I feel like, well, just maybe God will just turn the page for me.
Okay. When that happens, call me.
Right?
Call me.
God will just tell me, okay, Allison, this is over. Winter's here. I think it's very hard when I have to initiate the change of the season. I have to actually take down the Christmas trees and like put up new stuff. And I am panicking. I am definitely panicking.
So so fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is something that doesn't exist. It's not something that's tangible.
Right.
So why do we bank so much on fear? Because
I think
you've been successful in every single thing you've done.
yes.
So why would you not think that you would be successful in whatever it is you choose to do next?
I think it's the same thing you said.
Yes.
Well, if I make the change, I've always been successful. What if I make this change and this will be the first time ever I won't be successful?
Wow.
And I fear what that would feel like.
Even though you don't know for sure what it feels like because you've been successful in everything you've
Correct.
done. Got you.
But I fear what does it feel like to not be successful?
So that same energy that you put into fear, could you put into visualizing what success looks like? And that's not just for you, it's for me. I'm asking this question for me, for anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think right now I'm focusing on vibrations is what I'm focusing on for myself right now.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is focus on when I hear different ideas of how I could serve differently, when I hear it, does my vibrations go really, really fast and I go panicky feeling? Or do they go really, really slow like, oh, shit, I don't want to do that again? Because some of it is like reinventing the wheel.
Okay.
When you've done the same career 17 times and people tell you different, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you offer more workshops? I am like, I want to stab my eyeballs out. Seriously.
17 years. I'm pretty sure you've done
Everything
to do and you could possibly do.
Correct.
And then some.
Yes.
And then over again.
And then over again.
Yeah.
And so the change is I want to make the change, but don't make the change doing the same thing. So if I hear that, then my vibration goes really, really low.
Okay.
And I feel that. And I'm trying to figure out when I execute this change in my season, where does my vibration feel the most content?
Oh, that's so important.
Yeah, that's hard to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do know this. Pain is an indicator something needs to change. Discomfort is an indicator that you're in process of changing. Yeah.
Okay.
So when it's gotten to where it's painful, suffocating, and you know it, that is an indicator you have to change.
100%.
Then after you do it, there's going to be discomfort because you changed. You disrupted the process. A new process has to be created.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I fear the discomfort more than the pain.
Yes. You and I think everybody else.
Because you can nestle into the pain. You've already figured out the pain.
Correct.
You're like, whatever, this is awful, this is terrible, I've got the pain.
Yeah.
The effort to have to move from pain to discomfort, do the rehab, so to speak.
Yes.
Sometimes that's scary.
Yeah, because you don't know when when the discomfort is going to always hit and how.
Yeah, and how long?
Yeah, and how long. That's true.
I hate that one. How long? How long is this going to be a difficult period?
Yeah, and we don't know.
No, we never know.
So we have to, like you said, we have to become comfortable
In the discomfort.
in the discomfort and in that space of unknown, of not knowing.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have to learn that even in dark moments, that is a friendly moment. We can slow down. We
Yes.
can use that space to just rest. Maybe not push so hard, not panic,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Maybe not assume it's going to last forever.
Right.
Holding space for things we couldn't even have seen if we tried. You know, if we don't ever make the change, if we don't make the leap, those possibilities never have space to come in. How is a blessing going to come if you don't create space for a blessing to arrive?
Repeat that one more time.
How can a blessing come if you
Yes.
don't even create space for its arrival?
Wow. So what I'm hearing is when it comes to seasons, it's more about creating the space for the season for whatever it is versus just, I don't know, just thinking that you're in it and don't have an option or a choice.
Yes. I mean, I think we just discovered 2 ways you can be in a season. One, somebody throws you in the damn season, like picks you up in a plane. You were in Bahamas, and overnight while you were sleeping, they threw you to Alaska and you have no clothing. You're in your bikini and you have flip-flops in your hand and you're like, what the hell just happened to me? That's happened to many of us.
Yeah.
You lose your job, divorce, affairs, sickness. You can go to the doctor and overnight you find out this, someone passing.
Yeah.
So I think we've all experienced being in Bermuda or Bahamas, and while you were sleeping, somebody threw you in Alaska.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So I think in that season, you just have to breathe. You have to just hold space. It's going to be okay. You're going to ask the question, when is this going to end? When is this going to end? When is it going to end?
Yeah.
It's going to. You just need to relax in it. It's not going to last forever. Don't panic. You will breathe through it and just call it, hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm going to be okay. Then we have seasons that we have to pick ourselves up
Yeah.
from Bahamas and fly ourselves to Alaska,
Yes. This is true.
right?
Yeah.
And that's scary. That's scary when we have to do it ourselves.
It is, but I found for me, when we do it for ourselves, or when I've done it for myself, it's been the most amazing journey, even though I didn't see that happening at the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, you know, again, when we do it for ourselves, we're opening up space for possibilities. When we don't do it, we're basically saying all I ever want to see is things in Bahamas. And, you know, Bahamas isn't that big, by the way.
No.
It's
but you're absolutely right. We have to create space for possibilities. I love that.
we have to create space for possibilities.
And the possibilities is what allows us to go through the seasons of change.
Yeah. So I say 'tis a season to change. I loved my season of being a Hooter girl. I would love to have that season back in life. I mean, I would love it. My wisdom today, going back as a Hooter girl, oh my God, I would have so much fun. I mean, I really do. I would have so much fun. But I understand it's not an appropriate season right now for me to do that.
Okay. Yes.
So I've got to figure out another way to take a new season in my life and go back a little bit to my Hooter girl way.
Okay. And you can do that in your space of possibility.
Yeah, in this podcast.
Absolutely.
Maybe in this podcast.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we've covered it. I think right now we have to celebrate the seasons of our lives. I think we have to hold space for things that we cannot see.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes we have to pick ourselves up from Bahamas. And we do have to fly ourselves to Alaska.
And you know what? To that I say amen.
Amen. I hate to ski, so this is going to be hard.
But it will pass. It too
will.
shall pass.
This too shall pass. So 'tis the season to whatever new season's on its way.
Absolutely.
All right. Until we see you on the other side, my friends.
All right. Have a good one.
Peace out.